Hey, Swedish Terapeut here. Hey, Carol, this is for you. It's in English. So, you guys have a milk kit that I got Dad for Father's Day, and also when he was over on Christmas. And this soft milk ball is the one that you and I are going to use. Now, anyone that's paying attention and watching and they don't have a ball, I made this with Lindsay years ago, and it's just wool. At one time, it had lavender on it, and I put it in the dryer with my clothes, and it'll work perfect. It's a little bit bigger, but obviously, because you wind your own wool around itself, you can make it any size you want. It's actually a little bit more dense. So there is a hard ball from Melt. Please, Carol, this is not for us to use, for you and I. Somebody else can use it, but I'd rather not. So if you join me, I'm going to sit so that you can see my feet a little bit better and show you how to use this while you're sitting. Now, when you're sitting, your butt has to be out towards the edge of the chair. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Okay? All right. So, 1 second, please. Ett ögonblick. And jag kommer tillbaka. Okay, I've joined you again. I believe you can hear me without a problem. That's my slippers. This foot's going to stay in a sock. This is my left foot, but when you and I are doing this together, it's just easier for me to say, instead of left foot, right foot, I can say barefoot, sock foot. Just the way my brain works. Okay, so put the ball here. Now, as I said before, you're sitting out towards the edge of the chair, not so the chair tips forward. That's not what we're going for. But I don't want your butt all the way towards the back of the chair. I want it more towards the edge. Yeah. Okay, so here, the arch of the foot, right in the middle, the ball is placed. So we're going to feel like a little bit of a penguin. And if you have your hands on your knees, you can design this the way you want it. And here, I press down and I lean, and now I let off. So I'm going from one butt cheek to the other butt cheek. And every time I go to this barefoot, I actually have more pressure down. So there's pressure that goes down and the pressure comes up. Yep. So this is a pumping action. And this pumping action is helping to get fluid downstream. It's hard to think about this being downstream, but because you would think that it'd be upstream. But think of it however you want. Okay, so we've done that on the middle of the foot. Now go to the big toe. So the big toe is here, and then there's a knuckle. So this big toe has a knuckle, and so do all the other little toes. So if you're looking at a cat or a dog, that's the paw right here. And that's where you want this one. And we're going to do this a little differently. This foot goes behind. So this foot is going to drive us. So we push the toes into the ground, we lean forward, and do you see what just happened? That went down. Now I lean backwards, no pressure here on the sock, and there's no pressure on the foot. I lean forward, there's pressure down on my big toes, and there's pressure down here. So as much as you think, hey, this is the activity that we're doing, yes, yes, yes. But where does the force come from? It comes from the back foot. So this back foot is your driving foot. This drives, this steers. And we just lean forward and come off. And lean forward, come off. That was so easy. Let's switch. This is the second toe, and that ball is underneath, not the second toe, but the trompdina, or the kitty cat paw. So as I lean forward, there's more pressure here, and that's actually helping drive me forward. Now, let's move that ball to the third toe, trompdina. Yep. And the fourth toe. All right. So now, fourth toe, now the fifth toe, and it's not here. No, it's there. And there's a little bit of a twist in my foot, just so that angle-wise on the camera you can see it. So no worries. Just lean forward, have your weight back here, focus on that, and then you've leaned forward. Nice, 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 nice. Now we're going to go to in front of the heel. Here's the heel, and now you go just in front of the heel. So take that underneath you. So here is 90 degrees. There is behind us. And then we're going to lean forward. Yeah. It's a little bit tougher, but you still get the gist. Now, ideally, Carol, if you can do this, I'm barefoot here, and that means this would be your left foot if you mirror me. Ideally, you start on your left side. And the reason I want you to start on your left side is that that's your left hip pain as well. All right, so we've done position point pressing on the middle of the foot, the arch. We've done it on all the toes that are connected to the kitty cat tasser, the paw. And now we've done right in front of the heel. So now, just lean forward, having pressure here, that drives us forward. And now we're just going to add a little bit of a glide. So it's not much of a glide. So the heel goes to the inside, heel goes to the outside. So my pressure, I have my toes down, and that heel wags. As Sue Hitzmann says, it's like doing the twist. Now drive that ball, steer the ball, this is the driver, steer the ball to the back of the heel. Yeah, the foot has to move. I'm not leaning forward too much. And do you feel how that ball is just doing a light little ganuga, a little bit of rubbing? Now, steer the ball back to underneath the heel. A little bit more pressure down. And wheel. I know, it's tough on the knee, isn't it? All right, so hold it there. Do you see where it is? It's there. Yeah. Is it the same spot for you? Good. Hold it there. You've just leaned forward a little bit, so you have more pressure down. Now breathe in. Exhale. Lean yourself back so you take the pressure off. Lean forward, inhale. Exhale. And again, lean forward. Exhale. Nice. Okay, so now we're done with the gliding and shearing on that point right in front of the heel. Now I'd like to do a little bit of friction. Rinsing. Rinsing is in one direction. We start here with the right underneath the big toe on the trompdina, and then I drive it forward to the heel. Then I just slowly take it here. Yep. So feel free to try to do every toe twice. It doesn't matter what your foot decides to do, if it's going too far forward or out to the side. It's not so much that. You see how this foot has changed position? So I just drive it forward, and then I start over again with that foot underneath me. Yeah, it's in one direction. Fullning, rinsing, is in always one direction. Yeah. So it goes from the trampdina, the kitty cat paw, to the heel. And then I start over. So Sue Hitzmann does this, she says like maybe 10 times. Yeah, sure. Why not? It feels good. Here's the thing though. It's consistent pressure. It's not this. I'm not doing that. I'm consistently putting the same amount of pressure down when I start as when I end. So can you see that? Now I'm on the little toe, the kitty cat paw. That ball kind of squishes and it goes to my heel. And then I pick it up and I steer it backwards and I do it again. Okay, one more time. And then that happens. Oh, that happens a lot. Go find it. I've been doing this for a few years, but it still happens. One last one. Pass there. Nice. Okay, so windshield wiper from the inside to the outside. Inside big toe, outside little toe. Inside big toe, pivot, same pressure, one direction. So this is a rinsing pass. There, there. One direction, constant pressure. Start again here, rinse to the outside. Good. Now, friction. So if you're hanging out and Dad is doing his ball in between his fingers, the small ball, you can easily have this ball and you can go in any direction you want. This stimulates the lymphatics. This gets things flowing. And so if you have a dry riverbed, this is like fresh rain coming in. So your creek is going to start flowing soon. And what we're interested in is it flows all the way here, which doesn't look like it's downstream, but in a sense, yeah, it is. All right, so how are we going to do this? Now the thing is, I've done my barefoot. Hopefully you've done your left foot. So just go ahead and stand up. Okay, so standing up, and then leaning forward like you're going to pick something up off the ground. Yeah. Now, I don't know if you can see it. I'm not exaggerating it, but these fingers reach my toe much more than these fingers on the sock foot. Do you have the same thing? So the foot that you melted, do you have those fingers just a little bit longer on that side? Now I want you to stand up with weight on both feet, nice and straight, and just pay attention to how your footprints feel. So can you feel all of your foot on the bare foot or the foot that you melted? And do you feel less weight on the foot that you have not melted? So my question to you is why? You can come up with any answer you want. It's just, well, why? So here's the thing. This is grounded. This is jordad på svenska. It's grounded to the earth. You can feel so much more. And this is when we feel more, we live better. because now your body can make a better decision of where you're going when you walk, because it can feel the floor better. All right, so those are the different analysis and the bedoming that we're going to do. So now grab your soft ball and let's do the sock foot and see if we can get it any different. I will go grab my ball. Okay, so I grabbed my ball because it does like to walk away. So we start with the penguin. So the penguin is in the hålfoten, or the middle of the foot. In English we call it an arch. Now my feet are side by side, my hands are resting on my knees, and this is just where I go from one butt cheek to the other butt cheek. So when we stand up and do this activity, this is like, I call it a penguin. It's just easier because you look like a penguin, or I do. But I don't have a tuxedo shirt on. How many times? I don't know. Just follow me. Yeah. So slow and easy. You know, this is all about quality. It's not about quantity. And it's much more so about awareness. How does your body feel? Because once we start asking those questions, then we feel more, and then we live better. So now we're going to change this position around. We've just done position point pressing underneath the foot in the arch. So bring the bare foot back and take the paw, the kitty cat paw, not the big toe, but the kitty cat paw connected to the big toe, and we're just going to lean forward. So this drives. I have my foot at an angle here in front so you can see the ball. And you can tell that my fingers are on this knee, and I just lean forward. But my pressure, I still feel the weight of my body on this leg, on those toes. And this is the same way that we walk. When we walk, this back foot is our push-off foot. Once we start losing this back foot momentum, then our body has to work a heck of a lot harder in order to move us forward. So that means the muscles have to work harder, and when they start working harder, they'll get tired faster. All right, so now move that ball to the second toe, trampdina, kitty cat paw. Yeah. So my hands are here, and they're just pressing down a little bit. As I lean forward. You can see the shadow of my body. I lean forward, I come back. I lean forward, I come back. You can take a breath in and out. And you can take a breath in and out. So, third toe. Yeah. Nice. Is it going slower on this side? I think it is. And then fourth toe. Fourth toe. So this is nice because you can turn on Swedish Terapeut anytime. Fifth toe. And again, it's not underneath the toe, it's the paw. Yeah. You can see that little ball squish out just a little bit. Oh, that was the kitty. She's looking for treats. Her sister got treats and she was outdoors, so she didn't get treats. Too bad, so sad. All right, so now we've done that. We're going to find the heel. There. This foot is still back, and this is where the ball is laying. This is the heel. This is right in front of the heel. Heel, right in front of the heel. Got it? It's not the arch. All right. So we do the same thing. You can have your hands wherever you want. But the back foot is our driving foot. This steers, this drives. Again, once we lose the driving ability with our back leg, our body has to work so much harder. All right, now bring this foot here, and with this foot, your heel starts to wiggle, twist, pivot. So we have that ball in front of the heel. Now we want to steer the ball to the back of the heel. Yeah, that feels good. And that's a light ganuga. It's not heavy. It's lagom, Goldilocks. Now steer the ball back to the beginning. You can always move your foot. It's okay. So the toes are kind of set down, and my heel's doing the work. My heel is steering. So now I have the ball back in front of the heel. Yeah. So now I lean forward. On this in. On this out. I lean back. I breathe in. I lean back. And again. We're really good at it. Okay. Now we're going to have rinsing. So the rinsing pass, we start here, and we just bring it to the heel, and then set it up again. Here, rinse forward. Here, rinse forward. Here, rinse forward. Yeah, just think that you're going to do every toe twice. That's fine. So, da-na-na. As Sue Hitzmann says, you pick. She likes options. There. So you can tell it's not back and forth. It's one direction. And then I set the ball up again. Oh, darn it. I set the ball up again. Part of the fun is to go searching for the ball. There. So this is why we're using the softball, Carol, because you've never done this before. And again. Hi, Tiffany. There. Okay. So, hulning, friction, is one direction. So now we're on the inside, and we swipe it to the outside. Pick up your foot, start again, inside, outside, inside, outside. This is one direction. You can see that I pivot on the heel, inside, outside, inside, outside. It's easier to sit down and do this. When you get really good at it, we'll stand up and do it. Now we're going to do friction. Friction is every direction possible. It's light. It's not heavy compression. It's more for the lymphatics to get your riverbed, a light rain coming in and accepting that water. So your dry creek bed is now going to get filled up. So we get the flow moving. See, she wants her treats again. That's her drawer. Oh, kitty. That's not her drawer, but she thinks that she can pull that out. She does a pretty good job most of the time. All right, switch sides. So the barefoot has a little bit of love, a little friction. Switch sides again. I know that was fast, wasn't it? All right, so now what I want you to do is to stand up. So feet side by side. Now here's the thing. Before, when we did this and you melted the barefoot foot, now we melted the sock foot, and now that you're standing up side by side, what happens? Do they feel a lot more, both of them grounded? can you feel your whole foot, the sole of your foot, foot solar, jordad or grounded to the earth? Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so now here's the other thing. Just slow and easily bend forward like you're gonna pick up something from your toes. Now what's happened? Does your back want to have you give a little bit more? Are you lower? I can go a heck of a lot further, and that is pretty cool. So I just melted this foot, and my knuckles are going a heck of a lot lower on this, and I'm not making that up. So what do you feel? So cool. All right. This is Sue Hitzmann's work in a nutshell. She's just awesome. So if you want to know more, follow along with Sue Hitzmann on Melt on Demand. Find a local melt instructor. When you're coming up, Carol, slow and easy come up. Not fast, not fast, not fast. And I'm going to say, my Swedish therapist, hej då. It was great to see you here, even though it's virtually. So, hej då. Tack så mycket. Vi ses igen.